Hi everybody, I'm Don Stouter and I want to give you a little idea about the Advanced Digital Photo Editing Workshop I'll be giving at both the South Bay Adult School and the Torrance Adult School starting the week of September 9th. To begin with, what we're going to cover, what this class is all about is introducing you to additional photo editing techniques that allow you to provide greater control over the results of your photo editing. They build upon what we learned in the basic editing class for Photoshop Elements. Also in this class, we're going to introduce the installation and use of third-party plugins that take Photoshop Elements beyond its out-of-the-box capabilities. Think of plugins as very small programs that allow you to do step-by-step operations with basically one click of the mouse off. Photoshop Elements can run these plugins or actions, but the actions themselves need to be recorded with the professional version of Photoshop. Also in the class, you'll have an opportunity to apply the techniques on your own photographs. Basically, the way we'll run it is in a workshop environment. You will bring in your pictures and work on them. However, if you'd prefer not to do that, I have plenty of bad photographs that you can use. In the basic photo editing class, you are introduced to layers, masks, and selections. In the advanced class, we're going to build upon that base and show new techniques and more advanced techniques to use these particular capabilities of Photoshop Elements. As I said earlier, we're going to be installing and using Photoshop compatible plugins in Photoshop Elements. And you're going to learn how to edit camera raw images that your camera may or may not be able to take. And there's a way to use the Adobe Camera Raw editor that's built right into Photoshop Elements, even if you do not start with a raw image that was taken in your camera. We'll also be introduced to a very popular technique now called High Dynamic Range Photographs, or HDR. As I've done for several years now, the handouts are going to be provided online. You will be given the password and where to go online to get the handouts during the first day of class. Often I will demonstrate a technique first, but later then we'll basically walk through each one of the exercises together. As I said earlier, it'll be a workshop environment. Each week I will tell you the kinds of pictures you may want to bring in the next week in order to have the type of photograph that'll work best with the technique we're going to learn. So your homework from week to week will be to select and copy those appropriate pictures to a flash drive to bring it to class. By the way, I found that the flash drive is the easiest way. However, if you prefer to use the photographs that we can provide, that's fine too. We're going to be covering the hands-on installation of certain plugins. And finally, you will be given links and or the opportunity to download plugins from the internet. There's one last comment before bringing this to a close. If you're a little rusty on your basic photo editing skills, you will probably be fine if you have Photoshop Elements and have used it somewhat. The techniques themselves aren't that complicated. They're just new and different. As I said before, taking more advantages of the selections, masks, and layers that Elements provides. So with that, I hope you will be able to take one of the classes at either the South Bay Adult School or at Torrance, and thank you for watching.